Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Digital to Dice podcast. I am Dave.
I'm Ron.
And Ron, it is our big Black Friday wrap-up show.
I'm amazed that you taught CJ how to play the guitar for that open.
I'll get a new one. I'll drop some of my own guitar on there pretty soon, but it's just something
I like that. I like that. But yeah, it's a big black. It's people look forward to hearing what we got, and we're going to hear a lot about what you guys got as well. So.
Yeah, this is one of our interactive shows where we reached out to the community and asked, what you guys purchased too. And so we got a lot of response from our Patreons, which we'll read, and also from our Facebook page as well. Now, we're not going to read everyone's, but we'll read a lot of them because we kind of want to gauge, like, what was the hot game this year, or what was the hot sale, or what did everybody gravitate towards? And so we'll go over all that during
Tickle
the show.
Me Elmo, right?
Remember when that was a thing and people were fighting over each other?
I was engaged to my wife the year that came out, and so we were in KB toy stores.
Oh boy,
a KB toy store in Little Berlin, Vermont. The first year we were together, and they had one that was on display that was always on, and so he stopped walking by KB at that point because it.
Yeah.
And so we're in there looking for something for ourselves or whatever, and there's like 3 or 4 left in the entire store, and yep, the women that are now my age are fighting for this stupid toy.
Yep. I remember those.
Yes,
the good old days. The good old days.
That's right.
Now they're fighting over Taylor Swift tickets online, which is a whole nother story.
That's right.
Anyway, hey, ways to get a hold of us. Digitaltodice.com is the website. 978-751-DICE. 978-751-3423 is the text line. The email, digitaltodice@yahoo.com. And over on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/digital2dice. All righty. Before we get things going, Ron, I do want to give a shout out to one of our listeners of the show and also on YouTube, Jeff. We got an email from Jeff, and it was a very upsetting email, actually. And
yes.
he's going through a lot of physical problems right now, a lot of health problems. And he says he's going to continue listening while he's in the hospital recovering. He's going to listen to the YouTube channels and the Digital to Dice show. So, Jeff, we are thinking about you.
Absolutely.
We want to reach out to you. We want wish you a speedy recovery. We want you to continue playing games, continue listening to the show, and contributing with your comments on YouTube and the whole bit. So a big shout out to Jeff to get well. So, Jeff, get well.
Feel better, buddy.
Feel better, buddy. Do what you need to do to get better, and we will hopefully be talking to you soon. So, Jeff, best wishes. All righty. I think we can probably do a quick what we're playing.
Yeah. Aunt Becky got caught playing house in the library with Uncle Jesse.
With the lead pipe? With the candlestick?
Lead pipe. That's right.
There's a Clue game that I play. I think it's either on Steam or my iPad that I play. I played Clue as a kid. We never played it the right way. I just never really learned the right way to play it.
I don't think I've ever played Clue the right way.
Yeah, and so it's fun to play on the computer against the computer and just try to learn how to actually play the game. And honestly, it's not quite fun. It's really not fun.
I think that's why we never learned to play it properly as little kids, because, okay, it's fun to say that Fred Flintstone got copped, but, by Polly Purple in the parlor with a pipe.
Yeah. So anyway, what have you been playing over the holiday weekend?
Let's see. Well, we were quite busy over the holidays. Did a bunch of special birthday streams because I got a year older since we've done the last show. But today, as a matter of fact, moments before coming on the air for this tape podcast, I did my first golf tournament since in a couple of weeks. And so we were down at Harbor Town for the second round of the Scotchgard Classic. Now, Harbor Town is host to the Heritage, and they all walk, instead of green jackets the week before at Augusta, they all walk around in red plaid tartan jackets. So I called it the Scotchgard Classic because every time I see that, that's what I think of,
Like the Scotch tape packaging,
the Scotch tape, that. So today, second round action, 15th hole, par 5, 571 yards. And we're just chatting away, having a good old time talking about who needs readers because I now need them. And I'm on the right-hand side of the fairway, and I take out my 3-wood, and I'm just trying to get it on the green. And we're just kind of laughing away, and I look over, and it's rolling, and it's rolling, and it's rolling, and it goes in the hole. I had an albatross, a double eagle. I made a 2 on a par 5
Nice.
with my own character. I ended up shooting 61 for the round, 10 under. And so I went from one shot, barely on the cut line, to probably top 5 going in the weekend.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
When you get a 3 under on one hole, that's a big swing.
Holes of ones are what people kind of expect, to be the big shots. I think I've seen in real life on television maybe 1 or 2 double eagles. One happened in the Masters.
Yeah.
Louis Oosthuizen on the second. And because of the way the greens are shaped there, he must have landed 25, 30 feet away, and it just started spinning towards the hole and gathered speed. It's like, wow, to do it there? Yeah, so they're very
I like
rare.
watching the shot. I forget who took the shot. Was it Mickelson that skimmed it across the lake? It was skipping the ball across the lake and it went on the green and rolled in a cup or got within a couple of inches.
I saw that. I thought it was John Rahm, I think.
Who would think to whack a ball and skip it like a stone? That's a
You would
gutsy
have
call.
to put so much spin on that so it wouldn't sink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the highlight of what I did over the holiday. And I also paid tribute to my dad. We did the Hank McKee Bowl. It's always tough when you're doing 2 teams of the same franchise, but we did it in Stratomatic, and it was the 90 Bills, which was the best team of that era to make the Super Bowl, and last year's Bills. And Thurman Thomas broke a 65-yarder for a touchdown to pull it out for the older Bills. That was fun.
Pretty sweet. Let's see. I played a little bit of up-tempo basketball.
Yeah, you picked that up. Yeah.
With the helper, and I'll talk about that in what we bought. I also played some Digital Diamond baseball.
You're loving that.
And so I played the actual Digital Diamond, and then it also doubles as a companion in which I've been playing Pocket Pennant Run and a lot of season ticket baseball. So I've been really enjoying that, and I'll get into that a little bit later. And in fact, I don't have the date yet, but we are going to get Mark from Digital Diamond on not only on the show but on a live Saturday night chat, and we're going to talk about his game and as the companion and baseball and the whole bit. So should be a fun Saturday night chat on YouTube and also for the podcast. So that's what I've been playing pretty much there. Just a lot of baseball and a lot of basketball. Not so much hockey, but
it's hockey season.
It's hockey season, so why would I play hockey, right? But anyway, so should we get into what we bought?
Yes.
Alrighty, so I didn't have as big as a Black Friday splurge as I did last year, even though that I'm working a heck of a lot more this year. So I think maybe last year I kind of got a little sticker shock when I got the bills in, because I bought a lot last year. I really did.
Yes, you did.
I had a good Black Friday last year.
Didn't they create their own closet of shame too?
Yeah, I still have stuff from last seasons, and I don't know, maybe games, maybe a couple of like quicker games that I haven't played yet that I just stocked up on, like on the sale. I'll get the whole football set from Downey, or I'll get a ton of seasons here from whatever. So that's what I did last year. Now this year, all right, I'll start off with a couple. I went heavy on baseball. I did, and
okay. You should preface it though that you tried the demos for season ticket baseball and you found a lot of stuff you liked about it.
Yeah, let me do a quick preface here, if I could. When I see people that don't know much about hockey or are new to hockey or casual hockey fans, and they're like, hey, I'm playing hockey, right? I go to their streams or I watch their replays, and I can see the kind of the I call it the innocence, the pure innocence of playing hockey, because they don't know the game, all the ins and outs of the game. They still don't know like line changes and penalties and a whole bit. I'm not calling them stupid people by any means, but I'm saying
absolutely not.
If you don't know hockey, then you don't know some of the things that happen in the game. And so I watch these people play the hockey games, and me being the hockey guru, I'm enjoying them just giving hockey a chance. And I'm enjoying watching them play hockey at this very fun level where they're not too worked up and they're not too serious. And I'm really enjoying them play hockey as kind of casual hockey fans. Me now, I'm playing a lot of baseball in that same vein where I'm don't know a lot about baseball. I don't know about double shifts and all this other stuff. I just like to watch the game play and enjoy it. And I'm enjoying the heck out of what I'm doing with baseball in the same way that these people are doing with the hockey, if you can follow.
That's why we chose Pocket Pennant Run to be on the gift guide show, because it's a great intro to baseball.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I'm enjoying baseball at a particular level that these other people are enjoying hockey at, that are probably the baseball gurus. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm now relating to them, because I'm like, oh, you guys are enjoying the hockey, even though you're not, the hockey gurus. I'm enjoying baseball, and a lot of people have commented. I've done a couple of streams, and people's like, wow, you could really see you are enjoying playing baseball the way that I want to play it. And they're right. I'm having so much fun. I don't have any pressure on me. I don't know what I'm doing a lot of the times. I just play. I go with my gut, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I really am. So I went heavy on baseball this year. So the first one I picked up, was the season ticket. And someone had recommended that to me. And honestly, I forget who it was. And I'm sorry if you're listening, because I just got a ton of emails over the last few weeks.
That wasn't Jen, was it?
It might have been.
I think it might have been Jen from the magazine.
Or S.T. Patrick, maybe.
Well, she's on Facebook, so unless
it was one of the two. I think somebody emailed. I think it might have been S.T. Patrick, and he said, okay. But I honestly, I do apologize. I don't remember.
But I believe it was one of those two.
It might have been, and they said, season ticket is my favorite baseball game. Give it a try. And so I looked at it. I was like, I don't know. And I watched some videos. Like, I don't know. And then I looked, and they had a free download of the game and some sample teams, so you could play these sample teams forever, the full game. And I played it, and immediately I was like, oh, yeah, this is exactly what I'm looking for in a baseball game. Exactly. And so that being said, I picked up a handful of 70s and 80s seasons and played it some more, and then I went back and picked up a few more. So I hit heavy on the season ticket baseball PDF sale. They had a 30% off sale, and it just put everything into a price point that I was comfortable with. And I bought a bunch of seasons of season ticket baseball. So that was one of the things I did. I also bought the Digital Diamond. It was $20 on Steam. That's a PC game.
PC game. Now, I'm the one that told you about that.
So you said check it out because it's good for a companion app. So I played the actual game. You click it, it can roll dice itself, or you can roll your own dice and put it in, and it's its own game. It's got its and it comes with all the teams from back to like 1927 or something like that, or 1930. It goes back pretty
Someone
far.
plugged in all the as-played lineups going back a long way.
Yeah, and the as-played lineups going back a long way. So I popped in, whatever, and I started playing the actual Digital Diamond game, and it's fine. Okay, the game is fine. It's part closed engine, part open engine. It's a little bit of both, if you will.
The cards, the banner card and the pitcher card are kind of mushed together.
Yeah, it's kind of like you roll the I think 3 10-sided die, and you get a number, and it says on the screen, outs, what kind of out you're going to get all the way up to like whatever it is, 700, and then over 700's a hit or something, whatever it is. So it's mostly outs as you would imagine in baseball, but it doesn't tell you what the outs are till you read the play-by-play. So it's a little open engine, little closed engine type of thing. You can roll your own dice, and it's fine. Where this game shines is when you switch to enter manual dice rolls, and instead of entering dice rolls, you enter in codes. So you can play any game you want on your tabletop. Enter the code, G6, L5, F9, whatever it is, BB.
Bingo.
Yeah. Anything at all you pop in. So whatever game you want to play. So I started playing Pocket Pennant Run, and I'm, rolling the dice. I'm playing Pocket Pennant Run and just tapping in my results to the, on the screen. And it's working so well. And I'm like, wow, this is so good. And the display, you can go into Digital Diamond, and you can change the display. You can change the colors of the teams. You can put in logos. I figured out in the first hour how to get logos, ballparks, and player pictures in there.
Yeah, you did a good job dialing it up.
Okay. It does have a couple of little quirks, okay, as far as how it does things. But once you get those, though, it's easy. And as a bonus, I've been talking to Mark who I believe is the creator of Digital Diamond, and
Yes.
we are scheduled to have him on a Saturday night chat. I don't have the date yet. It could be this Saturday, it could be next Saturday, but we will talk to him about Digital Diamond and the companion. So, season ticket baseball picked up, as well as Digital Diamond PC game, and I've been using that as my companion, and it is fantastic. It has really been a game changer for me when it comes to playing cards
all
and
the
baseball.
seasons and so easy to use and
Yep.
very intuitive, and
Yep.
he's very open to suggestions too. And there are specific commands, I think, for Pocket Pennant Run in there.
Yeah,
too.
there's a couple of different commands in there. It does so many different things. I like the fact that it'll sim as many games as you want. So I've been playing a game of the week, and I sim the rest, and that's exactly what I wanted in a baseball game and even a hockey game as well. Something that I could play one and sim the rest. So the Stone Cold hockey's been really good for that. Although you can't play like Apple with that. You'd have to play Stone Cold, but it's pretty close.
Right.
But I've been alternating between Pocket Pennant and Season Ticket, playing in Digital Diamond, and it's been so fun. The other thing you can do is if you go to edit players, there's a place for notes. It's called Notes, and I played a couple teams in Pocket Pennant Run, and I put in the ratings of all the players that Pocket Pennant Run carded, and so on the screen, all the ratings are there on each player on the screen. So I don't even need the cards anymore. Once I input the ratings on the notes, if you can follow that, so it'll say like, Fred Lynn, and then next to him to be like A, B, B, C. Meaning he's an A batter, B power, B speed, and C defense. So anytime they hit the center field, if I need the defense, I look at the screen. I don't have to look at the cards anymore. It's
great.
It is ingenious, the things that this companion does to allow you to play baseball games. So yeah, so those are the first couple things I picked up. So
Right.
what'd you get?
I basically just hit Steam.
Okay.
The Strat roster sale I was waiting for came this week as opposed to last week, and so there'll be more to come through that. So the first thing I picked up was OOTP 23.
Okay.
$10, I think it was. And it's the thing with the OOTP is it will do whatever it is you want to do. There are some fictional is what I always play with the OTP. But if you really wanted to, let's say, you become the general manager of the Red Sox, you can do that and re-sign all the players and fire managers and all that. I do fictional. I just love the fact that it can be immersive, and there's 3D ballparks, and you can create your own ballpark for your own team. I think you did that with the Hartford
Hash
French
browns.
toaster,
Yep.
The Hash Browns, which I'm still waiting to close my second game for that. Thanks. Turned down offers from the Whalers, the Yankees, the Packers, and the 67 Chevys to be with you. Anyway, so you can design your own ballparks, and you can get creative with the rosters and set your own rules. And they keep rule sets from other years. So if you want to go back and play the financial rules from 2012, you can. The one thing that I noticed it did this year, I don't do the fantasy packs or anything like that, but because it mimics Japanese baseball, if you so want, have it as a default league, you can set games to have it to be tied. You don't need to do the Ghost Runner of modern baseball. So my fictional league I set up for that will be, the games are tied if they go past 12 innings. And you could, if you really wanted to do the Lord of the Rings League or whatever, you could do that. And so it's so impressive and so immersive that you'll never figure it all out. So that's the first thing I bought for Black Friday, was to get that, and I think that's like the 10th year. My first version of OTP I played was 2.
They're on 20.
Back in 2001.
Yeah, they're on 23. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, here we are. So that was that, and I've had a lot of fun with that so far.
Nice. See, I also picked up a couple of seasons of Up-Tempo Basketball, which I really like, and they're all PDF. And I also the Kurt Lava Helper for up-tempo basketball. I picked that up for half price. It was $10, so it allows you to play right on the screen. And so I played. That's really fun. Up-tempo basketball is such a fun game. It's a basic mode, advanced mode. I really like it. And he did a good job with the helper. I think this is his best helper. This basketball helper for up-tempo basketball. So I got that.
There's a lot of creative work to do all of his helpers too. But yeah, this was...
that one I like the best. I don't know what it is. This one just seems to me it just flows the best. It works the best. I just have less problems with it, than some of them. Not that they're hard, but once in a while I get stuck on something. This one just maybe because it's the game is just laid out so easily. It's a fun game. But anyway, I also picked up Time Travel Baseball. Now I haven't printed it out or anything yet, but I did pick it up. I've been talking to some people on the Time Travel Baseball Facebook page, and some people about this. Was one person. I don't want to mention his name on the air because I didn't okay it with him, but he's recreating the 1899 Spiders for me.
There you go.
And I think a few other teams from 1899. So I'll be able to play the Spiders in Time Travel Baseball. So that's really good. I just need 1899 in Digital Diamond now. Wink, wink, hint, hint. If anybody's listening,
I've told you it's been done.
I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it.
Message. I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
But there's a person you can message.
All right.
I know who did it.
Thanks. So anyway, Time Travel Baseball I picked up. Also, I picked up Dice United Soccer. And I haven't printed it out and played it yet, but it was on the sale, so I picked that up, and I think I picked up...
Did you get a World Cup?
No, you're gonna make me look this up, aren't you?
Yes, I am. You're the one that brought it up.
I think, what did I put it under here? I think I put it under soccer, my thing over here. So if I look up Soccer Dice United, I got the 2018 World Cup.
So the last World Cup, the one in Russia.
And MLS 2021?
So the last full season of that, yeah.
I think.
We're going to get you to Gillette to see a Revs game before too much longer.
Yeah, because I opened it up. It's got New England, Seattle, Kansas City.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I did. Yeah, I did pick up a couple of things. So I got the game, the World Cup, and the 2021 MLS. And I think I did that. Do you know why I think I did that? Because in order to get the sale, you had to spend $30. So when I think I spent $32 and then got it on sale.
Okay.
So that's why I got the extra stuff there.
And there are 6 sample teams. So the sample teams that come with that are real, I believe, right? I believe that's why we did fictional for the hockey.
Maybe, I don't remember. I'll just go back and look. But yeah, so I picked up Dice United. Haven't printed it out, haven't played it yet, but I did pick that up. So
Dave's going to be glued to his TV set on Saturday afternoon to watch the Netherlands USA game.
The nether regions.
Wow. Yeah.
So what else did you get? Anything good?
Let's see. I picked up a game called Tennis Manager 2021.
Interesting.
Which was a $5 game that I've spent about 5 minutes with so far. I like those kind of beer and pretzel management games as opposed to some of the others, which I've sworn on my stream before. And so I played it long enough to put in my name and all that. And the basic of this is it lets you run an academy. You can pick where in the world your academy is. And obviously the better tennis countries have better there. So I just chose the American one in Florida. And you get to manage the career of, I think the default is 4 people. So you get the names have been changed of the real players, because I'm not sure how that works for tennis. But I got like a C-level male tennis player, a decent female tennis player, and 2 juniors. And I think the object is to kind of coach them and get them through the schedule to make them better. So it looks like there's some definite replayability there, depending on unless you get unless the actions don't mean much. But for $5, that's a good time waster. Don't know what the graphics are. There's a couple good tennis manager games out there, but yeah, for $5, my goodness gracious, that was
right. Yeah,
that was really sweet.
I should have hit the Steam sale a little hard. There was a few games on my wish list that were on sale, but I was like, like I say, I was trying to tone it down.
I have been on a few things and just figured that I don't need to be making more messes for myself. That it's all got to be pretty much digital of some sort anyway. And so the Steam sale actually is expired. They'll be back for Christmas. or right around Christmas again. So I figured if I was going to do it, that was the time to do it. And look, games that you're not quite sure of that you'd pay 50 or 60 bucks on, some of them were down to 10, 15.
Yeah. I used to have a bunch of them in my my wish list that were like $1 or $2 on sale.
Right.
And I made a rule that it's like if they get down to $1 or $2 and I don't buy them, then I take them out of my cart.
Right.
If you're not going to buy them at that point, then don't bother. Yeah. So I hear you. See, a couple more things I picked up. They weren't on sale, so to speak, but the Hockey Bones Summit Series, 1972 Canada USSR Summit Series, was finally in drive-through cards, available for print. So I picked that up, and I also picked up the 81-82 season. You know, since I'm in there, I might as well, take advantage of the shipping. There's no sense just shipping out 2 teams. I might as well go in there. So I bought another season of Hockey Bones, 81-82, and I picked up a second deck of Shootout Hockey cards from drive-through cards as well.
I wonder if you actually did like a season project with the Oilers for 81 and 82, how close you could get Gretzky to those magic numbers, 92 goals.
Yeah.
And
oh, that's that's a possible product too. Like I said, right now I got to get back to my Bruins. I was doing pretty well with that till I hit the summer doldrums, where I would play a period in the morning and then one in the afternoon after lunch and one at night, and I would get in the game every other day, and I was up to game 9 or 10 of the season. I was doing pretty well, and then things kind of fell apart. But but there's so many fun things you can do with Hockey Bones, and I wanted that 81-82 season. That was one of the ones that was on my list.
Bruins are pretty good that year too, right?
I think they were okay, yeah, but just the Oilers and the Islanders were just too much.
It's the third or the fourth cup. It's the third cup run.
Yeah, yep, it was up there
for the Islanders. Yep. So that's the year they beat Vancouver, or the Burger King Whoppers, as they looked like that year.
Right, yeah. And then the last thing I picked up, which was kind of a sleeper that come out of nowhere that nobody saw, that a lot of people picked up, was the new tennis game from Play.
Yeah, it kind of was a Black Friday only.
Yeah, it was over the weekend. It was $9 for the game, and then I think I picked up the all-time greats, and I even picked up the fictional. I think it come out to be like $22, $24 or something like that, all PDF. And a lot of people have been playing it on their YouTube channel, so that was kind of a big hit to come out of nowhere. And so I picked that up. Again, that's another one I haven't printed out and haven't given a shot yet, but I
think you'll enjoy it.
I watched a lot of people play. I like the fact that it's a lot like the golf game, whereas you could do a tournament where you take all the cards in a stack and then you weed them out. There's a process to weed them out, and then you finally get it down to like the second to last day, and you roll dice and you kind of play a quicker set of games. And then if you want, you can get down into the weeds and go shot by shot. So it really does a nice job of, whittling it down and getting the shot by shot. And if you wanted to, I seen people play, they take two players and go shot by shot, and just enjoy it that way. Now, it's a long time. I mean, it'd be a long time if you did that with everybody. But it was very interesting, and I haven't printed it out and got to it yet, but I do plan on it. So I think that was the last thing I picked up was the Play tennis.
All right. One freebie I picked up was Steve Tate's excellent, and I mean excellent, best AL and NL franchises in 5-year chunks. We've done a few of those on the channel over the holiday weekend. We'll do a couple more this week. He homebrew. I think we talked a little bit about this 2 weeks ago, because Al, Red Sox fan, was streaming some of the stuff, and so I picked it up again, absolutely free. I believe from the Tapatalk forum for over at Cook, and it isn't just the player's best year in a 5-year stretch, Dave. He crunched the numbers and took and averaged the top 2 years together.
Really?
So it's just because when I was doing it the holiday week, okay, so here's Pedro Martinez from 19, whatever it was. It's like, no, these are just not only that, in a 5-year slice, he took the player's 2 best years, sliced them together, did the averages, and did all that work.
Wow.
And it's magnificent. It's absolutely magnificent work, and absolutely free. And so Steve, by the way, now has a YouTube channel.
Oh, nice.
So Steve Tate, I'll mention the name.
Okay.
So go subscribe to that. And he is hoping to do the same with the other sports, including hockey. Be curious to see if you would play something along that line with the best two Bossy seasons combined or the best two Orr seasons,
Yeah.
And again, it's not just, every team. They actually had to have had accomplished something in that stretch. So, yeah, good work. The other thing I bought from Steam was, we were talking about the management games. It's billed as a cross between Soccer Management and XCOM.
Really?
Yeah. And so instead of being a constant clock in that, you get so many turns per game. And so the game and the two DLCs, I think, were $20. It was $50. That was 20. I said, why not? If it never gets played, it never gets played, whatever. And so it kind of, do you remember the Backyard Sports series?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. This kind of has that kind of vibe to it, except for it's not geared for kids, but the animation is kind of rough and that. And so you're given a team. The tutorial is great. You're the star of a certain team, and in the championship match, which turns out to be the last one of your career, you break your leg.
Ugh.
And then the email comes. They don't show you breaking the leg, so there's no blood or anything like that. Right. And then it goes, a few years later, you get an email from somebody ready to get back into football.
Nice.
And so I just thought that was very clever. Yeah. And there's some great videos on YouTube. And in the early parts of your career, you sign players, you play them out. You get so many turns per game, and then you get 3 moves per turn. And so it's almost like a rudimentary chess as opposed to, did the player get enough sleep last night?
No, that's interesting. Yeah, so you can make your 3 moves, and the other. It's almost like playing like Battleship or something like that.
It's almost like playing Battleship, and very easy to do. And I think you can download Real Teams if that's your jam. But yeah, I think just kind of an open-ended, and there was like 50 or 60 countries that you could do. So if you wanted to be the soccer guru of Uzbekistan, you could. And again, all one price, and just, a very much a beer and pretzel type game.
Sweet. Yeah. So, sounds like we both made out pretty well again this year. It was a lot of fun games that you'll be hearing us talk about and see us play on our respective channels. But what do you think? Should we get into what the community bought?
What you guys bought, absolutely.
All righty. We're going to start off with our Patreon supporters. And again, if you'd like to support the show, it's patreon.com/digital2dice. You can pledge $2 a month or $5 a month to help us pay some of the bills over here so we can keep the show going. So let's start with some of them. We'll start with Ken. And Ken wrote in that he kind of took it easy this year. He played it low-key, he says. He says he purchased Apple Hockey and figured he'd spend his free times over the holiday trying to learn the hockey game, so that'd be kind of good. So he didn't have time to play a lot of new games. However, he did pick up the tennis game from Play.
Yep.
And as well as
a pretty common thing.
Yeah, as well as 3 courses from History Maker Golf. So, and he made a comment too about playing the hybrid mode in History Maker Golf in the tennis game as well. So it was kind of neat. So
yeah,
that's what he picked up there. Richard, he says he bought games from Inside Sports Games. He bought the 2 games and got 1 free. That's the way to do it there. All computer games. Bought 1 basketball and 3 baseball. Have done this for many years. So good for Richard. Good job there. Let me see. Where am I going? I got the stuff everywhere, so bear with me as I...
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
It is everywhere. David writes in. He says, we have a problem.
Did you write into your own show?
No. I think that might be a game. We have a problem, Mr. President, because that's a Play game, he said. Cold Snap Express... Royal Rumble and all the add-ons, and 6 Seasons PDF that he didn't have for Cold Snap. He also picked up Precision Sports and Gaming, Handball 2022, Men's World Cup.
Oh, cool.
Ski jumping, and rugby. That's kind of neat. And he picked up a handful of Roberto Schiavini games as well, including the Daring Racers.
Daring Racers is fun.
Yep. So he picked up that as well. And he says all these game creators were introduced to me by the both of you. So, wow, David, thank you so much. Yeah, so, we're the pushers.
we apologize to your missus if you have one.
Yeah, we got the pushers. Let me see. Mr. Smith writes in. Mr. Smith. He got the Play.com tennis game as well. Solitaire Pro Football, good choice. And basketball seasons for Strat PC Basketball. So
yeah, I think that's the next purchase is a couple of those for me. So
yep. Let me see. Mark writes in that this year on Black Friday he purchased the Play tennis game and the all-time great set for that. 81-82 Hockey Blast. I almost picked that up. I almost picked that up at the last second, but I didn't. 2021 second season NFL and the 2022 Football America. So that's
their fictional set.
Yes, that's huge with them too. That is huge. He just says great job with the show and all that you guys do for the hobbies.
I would be very curious to see if you would like Cold Snap.
Well, I like the second season.
Right. CFL.
I just don't know enough about Canadian football, so I'd have to learn that. You know what I mean? But
it's 3 downs instead of 4, I think.
Yeah, that I know, and you can get a rouge, and the field's bigger and the whole bit.
Well, that's how the Grey Cup was won this year, was on a rouge. It was a 1-point game.
Yeah.
A missed kick, I think.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think I remember that. All righty. Let me see. Tim writes in. He goes, I hit Dave Cook Sports hard this year. I think a lot of people did. A lot of people did.
That is always the sale.
Yeah, the winter sports package, the hockey and basketball games with 3 seasons each. 60s decade for Action PC football. Yeah, so he went crazy with that. He also purchased the Pro Football History Collection. It's 12,754 players for $17. So
yeah, if you every retired football player, and you can assemble that however you want.
Yep, and he says the Strat roster sale is still going on, and he'll probably pick up a few later this week. I might too. I
hear you. That's where I'm headed next. Yeah.
I might. I'm tempted to. I mean, I'm a sucker for sales, you know. And he writes in, thanks to both of you for all your hard work. I look forward to the podcast each week. Wishing you and your families a safe, healthy, and happy holiday season. Same to you, Tim. Thank you so much. All righty, Tom writes in. I like the words people are using here. I demolished the Play.com PDF sale. That's awesome. I demolished. Oh, yeah. Everyone hit the sales hard this year.
Everyone is dressed up as Godzilla, right?
Yeah. So on the PDF sale, he stacked up on 6 older seasons he didn't have and also grabbed the new 81-82 hockey season. Okay, good. And the 07-08 season for basketball. Also was excited for the tennis game and grabbed it as soon as I could. So that is Tom and what he picked up. Oh, boy. Do we dare read what Bernard got? Well, it is only an hour show.
It's an hour show, and I saw the picture of everything in red, which meant the new stuff.
All right.
Remember, Gloucester Foster is running under a 2-hour delay as Dave reads this list. Go ahead.
So this is kind of funny. I originally wanted to buy just a couple of games. But as the weekend,
is he your long lost brother?
But
that's what you said, just a couple.
But as the weekend progressed, I just kept going and going and going. Is that great or what? Yeah. Oh man. Then he says, "Here's my list of Black Friday purchases: SSG basketball." Up-tempo
game, yeah.
Up-tempo. And he's got a new one coming out that's supposed to be even better. I don't know when it's coming out, but it is better. Up-tempo basketball, Hockey Blast, Shootout Hockey. Yes, Shootout Hockey's great. Stratomatic Hockey, Stratomatic PC Hockey. And a lot of seasons, especially Action PC seasons. And then he goes on to talk about some of the things.
If you're not familiar with Bernie, he does a lot of baseball season, like 5 or 6 ongoing Red Sox replays or whatever, but he does them in different engines. Yeah. So so it's not just one game and for the one sport 5 or 6 times over. It might be Action PC for one and Strat for another and OOTP for a third or whatever. So very creative way to do that.
And let's see, he just goes on to say at the end, just wanted to mention that I was not much of a hockey fan. Baseball was my sport. I had not watched a hockey game or played a hockey game sim for over 40 years. After Bob Ewell left the Bruins, he lost interest. He said, Dave, you're playing hockey on YouTube and talking up so much got me interested again. I've really enjoyed the sims I played, especially watching this year's Bruins. Yeah, they're undefeated at home. This is ridiculous, the Bruins.
Remarkable. Remarkable year.
And quite frankly, playing hockey sims is really fun. And I was talking about that earlier in the show when I said that I enjoy people who are not hockey fans playing hockey because I can relate to that being a baseball, casual baseball guy playing baseball and just absolutely, like you said, hockey sims is really fun. And playing hockey sims, and I think baseball sims are really fun in my own way. And so Dave and Ron, thank you for sparking my new interest. Your podcast, YouTube, and Twitch broadcast really enhanced my enjoyment of this hobby. Bernard or Bernie, thank you so much. And he has so much fun with this hobby. He really does.
Oh, he does.
It is really fun.
He does.
All righty. Whew. Got a big, long one here from Joel. All right, I'll just read it here. He goes, I am the rare bird who, after trying almost everything out there, has settled exclusively on the Stratomatic games. No multiple game disorder here. Strat just checks all the boxes for him. And there are several must-haves, and Strat seems to come the closest to checking most, if not all, the boxes. So good for him. Good for him. So he just goes on to list some of the things he really, really likes about Strat there. He said recently he's been playing a lot of Strat hockey. He's committed to fully understanding super advanced power play option. I am too. I'm getting a little bit better at the super advanced power play. I really am. Let's see. Recently, he used the recent Strats 25% off season sale to fill in 10 years of missing hockey card sets from 2011 from 2011 to 2020. Probably won't use the cards much, but it makes me happy to complete my collection. Doesn't it? When you complete a collection, it's like you may only play one or two games, but knowing they're there is just such a comfort.
Yeah.
You know. So, oh boy, I don't know if I should read this next part.
What's that, Dave?
By the way, Ron is right.
What am I right about there, Dave?
I hate it when somebody starts off a sentence. By the way, Ron is right.
At 2:03 on this last day of November,
he says, "By the way, Ron is right on about Strat basketball.
It really is, and I can't put a finger on it."
Yep, he says the super advanced basketball game might be the best of the four major sports produced by Stratomatic.
I'm not going to disagree with that. I would have sworn for years that it would have been baseball. But no, I mean, I get it.
Yep. And he just says, thanks for providing the tabletop sports community with the wonderful content. We are indeed not alone. So.
But again, you didn't say it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't like we were going back and forth and saying this game was better or that game was better.
Yeah, no, not at all. All righty. Let me see. Steeler fan writes in, so far I've only made one purchase this weekend, though the sales aren't over just yet. I'll update you if I make any more. On the first night of the Play Classic sale, he grabbed the great doorbuster. He was able to pick up the 2020 World Cup projection for Soccer Blast. The set printed includes 12 extra teams, so it's 44 teams in all, and he got a good deal on that. He got a good deal on that, so he's playing the Play Classic Soccer Blast. All righty, so now let me jump over to the Facebook group, and all right, here's a big one. I'm going to read the whole thing, though, okay? This is a big one, and this is from...
Apparently Dave was right about something here, guys.
This is from our friends ST Patrick and Jen over at Sports Sim Magazine, okay?
Oh, yeah, and don't forget the tea is running on time, despite this, what we're about to read, right?
Right. All right, here it goes. So they went nuts. Glory Days College Football, Play.com 23 Conference Pass, SSG basketball in 6 seasons. Payoff pitch in 1 season. Play second season express. Stone Cold hockey in 3 seasons. History Maker baseball from Play and the new XL game book and Famous Fall Classic Sets Volume 3. 3 seasons of Hockey Blast. A season of second season football. The Play tennis in the all-time great set. Roller Rumble 1960 set. 1 season of Highlight Maker Hoops, 1 season of History Maker Baseball, Downey Player of the Game Golf, Downey Ultra Quick Hockey, which I got last year. Time Travel Baseball. 8 seasons of season ticket baseball. Yeah, I'm kind of right up there with you. And also Inside Volley Tennis and 6 seasons. So
and a partridge in a pear
that's
tree.
a pretty good haul in right there. Let me see. Ron writes in, you only have an hour show, so I won't bother you either with my list. So that's pretty funny. So let's see here. See, Dower writes in, Ultra Quick Soccer, the international parts, and the NWSL 18-19 season. Action PC football 6-pack, and he think that's it, but he liked the Black Friday episode, so thank you.
Women's soccer, that's what the NWSL is.
Yep. Randy for play, I got college hoops, NBA 07-08, NBA 21-22, Bowl Binge, second season express, second season 2021, Cold Snap Express. Oh, I didn't know Cold Snap had an express. That's interesting. Cold Snap 91, World Cup 22, EPL 2021-22, soccer envelopes, tennis and all-time greats, and 3 seasons of Payoff Pitch. Pretty good.
Awesome.
Gary grabbed Bowl-O-Rama and the Legend set. So that was kind of neat. Kevin writes in that he got something from the following: Play Tennis and Planet Flipper. I was looking into some of their other games like Planet Flipper and Your Town. They look kind of fun. More Inside Sports seasons, more seasons for 4th Street Software. Mean Gene's matchup football from Downey. A couple of Roberto Schiavini games. He got Everyday Player Basketball. You got the new basketball game from PT Games. Or maybe that is Everyday Player Basketball.
I believe that is Everyday Player,
okay.
yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to read it here. You got more courses for the Golf Dice Nuts game. I like the Golf Dice Nuts game. I got that last year myself. I just haven't played it as much, but that is really fun. The only thing with Dice Nuts, so everything is printed and sent to you, so there's no PDFs you can buy. More seasons of Stratomatic and more seasons of Sideline Strategy, which I think might be Payoff Pitch.
Yeah, that's the basketball game.
Oh, that's the basketball game. I'm sorry. And I just added to my Replay PC baseball collection. And I'm not finished, but my bank account certainly is. A good friend of the show, Gilles Thibault. He got season ticket baseball in 1994 PDF. He went to Staples and got them cut real nice, printed and cut real nice. PC Replay Baseball, all franchise teams. Strat PC 1991 Baseball. And the huge book, Organizing Your Cards for Dummies. If he didn't get it, I'm going to send it to him for Christmas.
Not to say, were you going to take it to Michael's and get some organizers?
Janet grabbed second season, got 15% off or so. She's very excited to get that in the mail. Ben writes in, Play Tennis was a must buy. Yep, everybody went heavy on the Play Tennis. That was a fun new game, and it was a great price. So, yep. Let me see. And it says his budget is gone for the next 18 months. So,
we'll see you next November. Yeah.
That's right. Steve Tower writes in, good friend of the show, Steve Tower. Play tennis with a fictional and all-time great set. Who knew tennis could be so much fun on the tabletop? I agree, Steve. I bought it all, too. I bought the whole setup for the tennis, the fictional, and the all-time great. I just haven't had a chance to play it. Steve did a great job on his channel, as did Dwayne Martz, so go check those guys out if you want to check out that game. I'll get it up on my channel eventually. It's just a matter of getting it printed and learning the game. Seth writes in, Play games, all PDFs, Hardball Fury Football, and Mr. President, we have a problem. So that was a good deal. And he picked up the Christmas pack sale from Action PC Sports as well. David, our friend over in the UK, I believe it is, Play Tennis. Mm-hmm. And what a game. So many options of play and cracking tournament mode. Yes, it is. The tennis games, I can't wait to play that. DD Mike again, Play Tennis. There's another one there. 4 seasons of ST Baseball. Play second season football, season 76. Oh, that's a good season. And the bowl teams. Play Baseball America, 22. Digital Diamond Baseball, good. That's a good one. I got that as well. And a couple more seasons for Strat PC Baseball. I know, I'm probably going to pick up a couple more seasons for the sale ends. And Downey Fast Action Football game in a 94 season. I like the fast action football, although that was kind of replaced with solitaire pro football and also second season. I think I like them just a tad bit better.
But 94 is a good year.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the year they happened to have the stage to themselves. I mean, hockey locked out, baseball canceled the World Series, and so really it was football.
Right.
And they had a magnificent year that year.
Yep. And quick pitch baseball he also picked up. Ray got the play tennis game and all-time greats. 4 seasons PDF for SSG basketball, 76, 82, 73, and 75. 75 being the ABA. Eric grabs Let's Play Tennis and the all-time greats. So the Let's Play Tennis, that was a big hit.
Having it only available for the weekend, if it's one of those, you got to make the decision on it and make it fast.
Yep. Frank also picked up the Let's Play Tennis with the all-time greats and also got Bowl Binge college football teams for second season football. And finally, Derek Jones got the Play Tennis with the all-time great set and 67-68 season for Strat PC Hockey. Interesting.
That's the first year of expansion.
Yes. Yep. Yes, it was. And a late arriver here, very, just under the wire. Forrest types in over here. He's like, is it too late? So, Forrest, as you're typing what you got, I'm kind of reading it off here. So, at some point, we might cut you off. But anyway, he got some seasons, PDF seasons for Inside Blitz, which is, I like the PC game Inside Blitz. I really do. You do. Status Pro Football PDFs he got as well. And a bunch of 70s, 80s, and 90s seasons. And also Status Pro Baseball. Boy, he got a lot of 50s and 60s seasons for Status Pro Baseball. And so that's what he got there. And I think he's still typing away, but we're gonna cap it at that for us. You get in under the wire, but in case something real interesting pops up here at the end, it was Inside Blitz, Status Pro Football, and Status Pro Baseball for him. So, boy, I tell you, we all did pretty well. We all had I
feel like I just had a turkey coma here. I'm ready to go put on a Cowboy game and fall asleep.
Oh, man. So, yeah, that was, yes, everyone had a good time, it looks like. And I know I had some fun. Like I said, I like it when they drag the sales out a little bit beyond Cyber Monday.
Yeah, so I'll do that. And of course, there are some companies that don't do sales, and I hope at some point over the next month to do some business with them as well. So don't give companies a hard time because they chose not to have a sale.
Well, I picked up some stuff that were not on sale. Okay, now one last one for Forrest here. He got some PDS for Hockey Blast. It looked like he got like 7 or 8 seasons of PDS for Hockey Blast. To play Hockey Blast for Forrest. So Forrest, we got you in on the wire. The only
reason why that was included is because it involved hockey.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, no, I did. I picked up a couple things that weren't on sale myself, although I tend to gravitate toward the sales on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But boy, oh boy, sounds like...
So I'm going to hit the sometime the next couple of days, go through and get a bunch of seasons for the Strat PC games.
Yep. Yeah, I might do that too. It's hard to, ignore a sale, although... they might have the buy 3, get 1 free, which is a little bit better of a deal.
I think they might do it closer to Christmas.
Yeah, that's a 25% off if they do it that way rather than 20%
off. 20% off now.
Right. But you can just buy a single season if you want. That's the difference. You don't have to buy 3.
Right. So you get any sale, any season you put in the card is on sale.
Right.
There also will, I'm sure, have the most recent versions of the games, PC games will be on sale. Over the holiday season.
So another jam-packed Black Friday recap show here.
Wow.
That was fun. I'm excited about what I got. I really am. I'm excited.
You should be. There's going to be a lot of tennis, I think, coming up on YouTube.
Do you know what's kind of fun is, and throwing this out to the audience as well, when you have your Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday sales, we already did, and we go over our list of things that we bought. When I was a kid, you remember, Christmas Eve, then you get Christmas Day. Christmas Day was a big day for us. We hit a couple different houses, because we had a split family. And we would come home and crap out. And the next morning, December 26th, you would start going through all the things you got. You know what I mean? Because you come home and you just kind of drop things and you crash, But, remember as a kid getting up in the morning and saying, okay, we've opened all the presents. We got all the things in here. let's really dig into what we got and stop playing some of this stuff, right? And that's kind of how I feel now. It's like I bought all these games, I bought all these seasons, and it's like, okay, we got Black Friday, Cyber Monday out of the way. I got all my things purchased here, and now I'm kind of sifting through them and see what I got. And it's like, it puts a smile on your face. Ooh, I forgot I bought this. Ooh, I forgot I got that. You ever do that? It's like, ooh, I forgot about this. I remember, and so you kind of like put a smile back on your face going back through all the things that you bought. So it's like the day after Christmas is kind of what it is.
Christmas 78, I got my first of the Street and Smith yearbooks.
Okay.
Again, this isn't really a gaming story, but talk about opening up a world of exploration for a 7-year-old. I got, here's how small potatoes college basketball was in the late 70s, okay? It was the basketball yearbook, college and pro combined.
Oh, wow.
And so, so today it would be, 500 pages of college and pro, two different things. So I think I read that thing and the schedules cover to cover like 3 or 4 times over that Christmas vacation. And that really, oh, wow. So, yeah, no, I completely get that.
All righty. So, shall we wrap up the show?
Absolutely.
All righty. You have been listening to the Digital to Dice podcast, episode 161. This was the big Black Friday wrap-up show where we like to talk about everything that we bought and talk to the community and find out what they bought on the specific Black Friday. Ways to get a hold of us, digitaltodice.com is our website. 978-751-DICE is the text line. digitaltodice@yahoo.com is the email. And over on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/digitaltodice is where you can join the discussion.
And so thanks for everyone who made a contribution. And again, if we didn't say it earlier, we are always thankful for you guys out there. And so the next one, we've done a full baseball season. You thought it was a marathon. It took 3.5 years for us to get there.
Yeah. And we got some really great guests lined up for the show over the next couple of months that we're just confirming with. So we should have a good time here going into the holiday season. But anyway, thanks to everybody who contributed to the show with what they bought and sharing that with us. We hope that we see some of your results and let us know about the things you bought. What did you like? Maybe maybe something you didn't like that you're not playing as much as you thought you would, or maybe something jumped out at you out of nowhere, like season ticket baseball just come out of nowhere, and had a lot of fun with it. So anyway, I'm Dave.
I'm Ron.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.